Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. We are here with our somewhat failed Moho probe, and we're about to do the maneuver in order to get it to actually encounter Moho. I'm still going to do it so we can get a flyby and get at least some science for it, but I've actually changed up some of these here. The issue I've been having is that I got these wrong. I had added them all to the list. You can do transfer windows here. Won't work because I'm out of craft now, but you can add them there. But it was only giving me 1 minute lead time, and you actually need to be in orbit of Kerbin at the transfer window. So I've changed them all now to have a day lead time. So I've got 1 day to actually get all my craft up into orbit. So we'll try again. You will notice some new icons down here as well because I've changed a few things. We have a trajectories mod installed. That came recommended with Astrogator. This tells you when the windows are, exactly the same as here, but it can actually set up maneuver nodes for you. And I wanted to give it a try to find out whether it works. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll give it a go with our Eve probe once we do that. I also have a turn of physics range extender because I was doing some cinematic things and that was there. But another one that I've installed is the modular fuel tanks, which allows you to change fuel tanks to store whatever you want in them. Just because basically that's the only liquid fuel tank we have. All the other ones have liquid fuel and oxidizer, and you're carrying around all that extra weight for no use. So I can then modify the tanks. I can put bigger tanks on there, modify it to just carry liquid oxygen or liquid fuel, sorry, for the nuclear engines. So yeah, we've installed that. We've gone there. I do remember saying at the start of the series that I wasn't going to add that many mods to it, but there are so many things that are just basically quality of life. Better burn time still isn't working for me, and I don't quite know why. It is reinstalled, it just isn't working. Maybe I need to have a look at that, but well, you don't necessarily need it because it gives you enough here. But it's nice to know, nice to give you the counter, and also better burn time gives you the encounter for. Gives you a counter for your interception when you're meeting another craft for docking and maneuvering, that sort of thing. So you know when you need to burn in order to stop to get level with that craft. So it's a very useful mod, even though a lot of its functionality is now built in. It's still very, very useful. Okay. This is roughly where we need to be pointing. Let's see, do we have an encounter with Moho? We do! Look at that! And it's a pretty close one too. Now if I fire the engine just a little bit more, we will get closer. That's what I want. There we go. 65 kilometers. And if I add a maneuver here, and we'll give it the rest of our fuel, 1,679. Oh, sorry, that should be minus 1,679. And that'll go there. We can slow down that much, which is nowhere near enough. We need twice the amount of fuel in order to slow down. That would put us on that sort of orbit. Which is okay. I'd much rather match the inclination, I think, with Moho, if I can do that. I think matching the inclination would be nicer, so that when we come around on the orbits, we are closer to it. That makes sense. So if I was to do, wow, that looks like a lot of fuel. What's that at? Well, yeah, that's way more fuel than we have. So basically, I just need to point anti-normal and fire the engine until we run out of fuel as soon as we enter it. So it's a 2-minute burn, and we escape at 3 days, 31 days, 3 hours, and the periapsis is 31 days, 2 hours. So that's not too bad. So yeah, I basically need to figure out 2 minutes before we hit periapsis. I just want to fire anti-normal and try and get myself at the inclination, closer inclination to Moho, so that when we go around, we're going around on the right inclination, so we've got a better chance of encountering it anywhere along this line. Essentially, this is a complete bust. This is not going to work, but we will get some science from this as we fly by. So all is not lost. What am I doing? I want to add a maneuver node, and we want to do transfer window, and we want to go. We'll say 10 minutes. Oh, I'll drop my mouse. Oh, that's in 31 days. Shall we just go to that? Shall we just? Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just walk around to that. Heading for Moho basic scanner. Is that us? That's not. Oh, we are basic delivery to Moho. Beep delivery to Moho. Okay. One other thing I did notice as well, which I hadn't noticed before, and is very useful. We've got lots of craft here that are just pointless. They've done their job. We no longer have to worry about them. You could destroy them, but what you can do instead is you can go here. You can actually untick this show vessel, and it will actually remove them. They'll just disappear from the list. So you can just leave them up there and ignore them. I need to go through and figure out what craft are there, because this is getting a little bit big. So I need to figure out what ones we want, what ones we don't. Probably our rovers can go, because they're all pretty much dead now. But yeah, you can remove the ones you want there and do that. What I've been doing is I've been switching on to being debris, so debris doesn't show here. But you could also switch them on to being, well, you can turn off relays and just thin the line out. So, but I think I'm going to go through and remove all the things. All the craft that we don't particularly want. Heading towards doing a scanner. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Don't worry about it. Yeah. We've got no Kerbals in orbit. They're all at home, so we're fine. Right, and I want to point anti-normal and fire. You reckon? As soon as we get into orbit, try and bring ourselves down, or do I want to wait for there, or do I actually want to try and slow down? What do you reckon? We are going around the front of Moho. No, we're not. We're apparently going to crash into Moho now. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, we're here already. Yep, delete, close, go. Moon Explorer 1 relays batteries are empty. Yeah, okay, it's fine. That's fine. Right, come on. There we go, we are now in Moho's sphere of influence. So right now we would technically be crashing into Moho. What I really want to do is come around the front of it. I don't know quite what's happened here. We want to be... something like that. Lower down. Yeah, because coming around the front of Moho will slow us down even more. We've got to burn off some fuel here so we don't crash. That's that's fine. That's not a problem. Not surface, it's orbital. So we need to just fire almost orbital. So we'll do that. We'll move ourselves out from it. There's no way we can slow down in time. We don't have the fuel to actually arrest this much. No, we're still crashing into it. Why are we still crashing into it? Alright, that's not right. What's going on? What's going on? I'm doing something wrong. There we go. I want to be firing radial out. And boom, there we go. 10,000. 10,000 looks good enough. Right, now let's add a maneuver here. Let's set ourselves to minus 1400. Minus 1400. Boom, and that'll slow us down like that. Or we could change our inclination instead. So we could say, zero that out. Do minus 1400 inclination. Change. 0. That would put us pretty much flat, which is kind of what we want. That's pretty good. We are still slightly above the orbit there. I think I'm going to go with that. Rather than slowing down, we're going to change inclination to give us a better opportunity, because then we'll get 2 encounters with Moho every orbit. So, yeah. Okay, so warp to maneuver. Does this warp to the 1 minute 40 seconds before it? Or does it go terribly wrong? I don't know what the built-in game does. I think it is warping to... yeah, it's warping to almost the right place. So, 1 minute 47. We want to fire at, what, 40 seconds? 40's... my brain cannot divide times, because that's not 147 seconds. That is 60 plus 47. 60, 70, 80, 90, that's 107 seconds. So we want to fire at 53, 54 seconds. That's where my brain was going wrong there. I was going, no, that's not right. That's not 147, that's a different number. Okay, so we want to fire at 53, 54. So we want to fire now. Go. And let that burn for all that amount of time. Our science is running, he says, hopefully. Yeah. Unmet requirement, we can't do the resource scanner, that's fine. We've lost SAS. We can't actually control the craft now, so it's definitely going to use up all of its fuel. Can't do anything about that at all. Interesting that when the SAS turned off, it just did that rather than... yeah, cannot remove the maneuver node. Okay, that's fine. Where is Kerbin? Kerbin's there we go. There's no electric charge, we have control, so that's okay. So we need 57 minutes here, and we're probably not going to get that. So let's escape. And see what science we do get, shall we? Oh, what I probably want to do is actually, the control panel, the solar panels are facing the right way. That's fine, okay. We'll turn off SES as well, because it's no longer required. I suppose we'll just walk to there. Batteries are almost empty. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. We are facing the sun as much as we possibly can, I think. No, that's Moon. That's not us, is it? That's someone else. And there we go, and now we get nothing. Okay. So there we go. That was our encounter with Moho. We've kind of been there. But now you'll see, because of our orbit, we're actually getting an encounter here, and we get one over there as well. We're not going to make one there, because that's not where Moho's going to be. But when we go around again, we'll have 2 chances to meet it, and then again, another 2 chances, so on and so forth. Whereas our previous orbit only gave us 1 chance. Although this side is quite... it's probably close enough. So you never know. We might get one. We might get one. Who knows? Who knows? Let's stay optimistic. It might work. One day, it might work. And we'll say farewell to Moho. this has transmitted all of its data back. If there was that way to find out exactly how much data it had, this one craft had sent already. Well, you're our first encounter with Moho, aren't you? So we got nothing for that. 20, 30, 35... 35 science points. So not a complete waste. We actually achieved something. Now shall we try and launch one of these ones with more fuel and actually get to Eve? Because I feel as if that's a thing we should probably do. And here we are on the launch pad, ready to go. The time has come for us to launch to Eve. We do actually have Kerbal Engineer on this one. I decided to upgrade it with that, but we've got a lot. It's showing the Delta V is only 4,100, but I think that's because it thinks the nuclear engine is in the atmosphere. We'll do better once we get out into space. So let's test the engines, make sure they're all working. They are. Fire them up and go. And lean over a little tiny bit quite early on. Because this craft is quite powerful. It's got quite a high thrust to weight ratio. My frame rate is awful. What's going on there? Very bizarre. I think one of the mods is conflicting somewhere, I betcha. Okay, but we can deal with that. That's fine. So let's keep the pointy end up, the flaming end down, and let's go into space. And here we are in orbit. We have 8,795 meters a second, and according to the thing, we need 1,040 to get into orbit. So, yeah. But this is what I mean by the craft being having more engines on it, more engines. No, having more fuel tanks, having better fuel tanks on it. But my frame rate is still really bad whenever I'm looking at a planet, and I don't know why. It may be something to do with some weird shader thing, I'm guessing. But I'm definitely getting a weird thing going on there. So we'll look away from the planet for the moment, and we'll look into space. There's the moon, yay. So let's try out this astrogator. To get to Eve is in 5 hours. If we click the button here, boom, there we go. We also need to activate the engine so it knows what's going on. There we are. We need to fire a maneuver node here, which goes out. But not only does it just give you the encounter, it also gives you a second maneuver node. Or is that? Oh no, this one's on us. No, it gives you a second maneuver node there. There it is. For getting the encounter, so it figures them all out for you. So if it's on a different inclination, like Moho is or Elu is, it will basically do it all for you, which I'm all for, because you've seen me do this. We messed up when we were trying to get a Dres encounter first time, and I got that wrong, and then I messed up Moho. So yeah, we're just generally going to go for this one here. So okay, something else I looked at. I tried to look at the debug menu to find out whether it was a mod causing errors in the client, and I'm not getting any errors in here at all. But better burn time is working. It is running, but I'm not getting any of the things down here for it. So something odd is happening. I'm not sure. Oh, Kerbal alarm clock is doing things. Oh, I've never really looked at the log before, but yeah, but there's nothing in the log that says something's gone wrong. So yeah, don't know. How very, very strange. Right. So we want to point that away at the maneuver. I can actually get it to do it, please. Let's turn the camera around so we can get it to go there. And we want to fire at 2 minutes and what's half of 25 seconds? 13 seconds, I think. That would have been the easy way to figure it out. Just half the minutes, then half the seconds, rather than trying to add it all up to seconds and then divide it. So yeah, okay. So we're going to 2 minutes 13 seconds. Although that wouldn't work if you've got less than 2 minutes burn time, because yeah. Right, this is high quality as well, so we've got plenty of ignitions left on it. So now, fire up the engine, go. And we get this awesome pink bloom burning away. Excellent, excellent. So, I will do this and we'll come back once it's done, because well, there isn't really a great deal for me to do until it's finished. So I'll be back in 4 minutes, and for you it'll be a few seconds. And here we are with barely 20 seconds left to burn. We're getting terrible frame rate looking at Kerbal. We've just been quickly googling to find out whether there's anything known that's causing that problem, but right. So I need to carry on doing a little bit more. I need to make sure I stay on target, because otherwise the maneuver node is just going to be completely wrong when we get to the other side. There we go. Okay, that one is done. Tick. We now have another one for 249 seconds. I don't know what's going on with the camera there. Which I think is a... yeah, it's firing normal. It's just changing the inclination plane, because I think we were slightly off on our inclination. Yeah, 1.3 degrees. So to fix that is 274 meters a second. Wow. And if I'd have done that when launching from Kerbal, that would have been so much better. But I didn't. So yeah, okay. I'm trying not to look at Kerbal because I can see OBS just all of a sudden going, we don't like this. Not only is your frame rate dropping in the game, it's actually terribly dropping in recording, and I don't want it to go terribly wrong. So let's have a look at our alarms. Let's add another alarm clock for this one here, and we'll give ourselves 10 minutes. We'll do more than that, shouldn't I? We do have another Moho window coming up. We could launch another one of these for Moho, because they got 8,000 meters a second delta V. I think that's enough. So let's do that. Let's do 6 days, launch another one, and then 52 days later we have the Dres one, and then our Eve probe. I kind of want to just get on with getting things done, because I keep dithering around and not getting stuff done. So yeah, I'm also going to point radial out so that we can get some sun on our solar panels, because I feel like it wants them. There we go. Confused because I was upside down. Well, anyway, all the sun on the solar panels. That will help. So let's build another craft, and well, let's just launch this one again, because why not? And we'll go to Moho in 6 days. Sounds like a good plan. And we're back again and ready to roll. And I've sorted out the frame rate problem. I don't think I need... I turned the pixel lights down, so that's why it looks weird in the side of the craft here. But it turns out I was using the Ultra Shader for the planets, and AMD cards don't like that. They don't like that. That was an issue many moons ago, where I was getting crashes on Mimus. I'm driving around the surface on a rover. So yeah, so right. Boom, 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 go. Lean over. Try and stay even. The problem I've got here is I've got 2 rockets on one side, and that I should really have changed this around so that there's 2 rockets like on this side of the craft and one on that side, so it pushes over more naturally. That would have worked. We can rotate the craft. Let's do that. Let's rotate the craft 90 degrees. There we go. And yeah, same old. Let's head up into space and see if we can get to Moho. Right, and here we are in orbit with this one. We've got refueling debris there. The boosters that have been launching up, they've had a little bit of fuel left in the end of them. So what I've been doing is actually deorbiting them because they have got probes on there, so they crash back into Kerbin. I don't want as much junk up here. Not that it particularly matters that much because we're okay for it, but yeah. So let's bring up Astrogator, sorry, and let's go with Moho, which is about 3 days away. So we're well ahead, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, and we'll activate this engine because I forgot to do that. There we go. So we need to basically fire pretty much where we're facing for 2,000 meters a second in 3 days' time. So what sort of speed can we orbit? Oh yeah, of course. I forget that we're allowed to orbit at much higher speeds now when we're closer to places. So right, let's point ourselves at there. I don't have any probes that allow me to point at maneuver nodes, so I can't do that yet. So we want to fire at 4 minutes 22 seconds, so in 1 minute's time. And again, I think I'm just going to go and complete this burn, and now I can actually look at Kerbin and not worry about it. We can oh, missed it, not that it matters. I put radiators on these because I don't know the effects of firing this nuclear engine for an extended time, particularly when we're close to the sun. But we will be, Moho will be much closer to the sun, so but we'll see how that works. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to do a 8-minute burn now, and we'll come back. Ooh, I just pushed space bar, but I think we're okay. Yeah, so an 8-minute burn, and then we've got another maneuver here, which will give us our encounter. Hold on, this is wrong. This is wrong. That's not going to give us an encounter. Why are you saying it will give us an encounter? We do that, we change our orbit there. Moho won't be anywhere near us. Something is wrong here. I'm going to do this one, and then I think I might try it again and see what it says. Or probably have to do something manually, because that is wrong. I don't think that should be there. I think that maneuver should be up here somewhere. Yeah, I think we should... Oh. What on earth just happened then? We apparently have an encounter. I'm confused. I am very, very, very confused. Oh, it's doing that weird thing where it's not. Yeah, something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong with the maneuver node, so I'm going to have to remove that one as well. And it keeps resetting this maneuver node to be 2000. That's awkward. That's really awkward. So I guess I don't want this maneuver to be as strong as it currently is. I'm going to burn down until our periapsis is roughly at Moho's height. Our periapsis ends up here, and then we'll figure out from there. We've got twice the amount of fuel required to get there, so we can afford to muck about a little bit. So yeah, so we shall be right back. And there we have it. We have a encounter with Moho after a next move. I think what went wrong there was when I went to change the map mode, I pushed space to stage and it threw everything off. We now have a 2,300 meter a second burn to do here. And that will give us an encounter with Moho over here, which would be what we want to do. I could probably tweak this and get this better by moving it around. But we've got plenty of Delta V, so I think we'll be okay for it. I might muck about with it and see how we go, but yeah. So let's add a one for that with 10 minutes. That's 100 days away. So we have our Dres one to do next, then we have our Eve one, then we have a dual launch, but I don't think I want to go to dual on this encounter here. I kind of want to get the Eve and Moho probes in place and start scanning things that way. And we also need to look at Duna. Duna window is a long way away at the moment, but we need to look at building actual station. We need to start doing something to get out there, because we haven't actually sent any probes to Duna either. So maybe we'll just spend a year sending this style probe out to Joule, and then Elu, and then Dres. Although we got one to Dres. And then the Duna window, we'll look at what we can get, because it is a year away, so maybe we'll get some of these information back. I don't know. But that is kind of the plan. I'm getting as much science as I can because I want to unlock nuclear reactors, which is 300 science, and I want to unlock the ability to mine fuel, so I need ISRUs, which is 550. So I need 850, and we currently have 730-ish or something, I think. So that's why I'm doing all these probes, to try and get things going there. I have been looking at contracts. All the contracts we get are still for the Moon and Minmus. Hoping once we get a probe in orbit of another world, it will start giving us missions for them worlds. That's kind of my idea. But yeah, I think that's where we'll leave this one, and we shall leave it and come back next time with oh dear. Radel out. Just point Radel out, please. There we go. That's kind of towards the sun. That'll do. That's good enough for me. Yeah. So we'll leave it like this, and we shall come back next time and carry on with our science. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.